everyone, my name is Patrick Frawley and I'm your product specialist with tractors. Today you join me here at our CLAAS UK headquarters in Saxham. And in this video we're going to have a look at some of the more general settings that we can make on our HEXASHIFT transmissions with a CIS Plus cab. So you join me back up in the cab of our CIS Plus machine, looking at some of our transmission settings. So what can we do in relation to sort of everyday general settings that will really help us in terms of our drivability and usability of the machine? Well, we have a couple of things such as aggressivity of our shuttle from changing from forward to reverse, and things like gear on start and gear on road, which will again just make the machine more personal to how you like to drive the machine. So how do I adjust them? Well, firstly, we want to come into our menus and come into our transmission menu, which we can see annotated on the left as our cog. By coming in here, what we want to do is come into the sub menu that is just again annotated by the cog on the right hand side of the display. And by coming in here, firstly what we can adjust is our gear on start and gear on road. So we can see that at the minute, annotated by this symbol here as the engine symbol and the gear alongside it, our gear on start is B1. So what does this mean? Well, when we turn the ignition on for the first time every day, the machine will automatically shift to gear B1. But maybe, for example, I want that a little bit higher and sit at gear C1, for example. So now that I've changed that to gear C1, every time I start the machine, it will set at C1. Similarly, gear on road is a very, very similar function, but once we have it set to on, each time the machine sees 0 kilometers an hour on the dashboard, it will automatically shift to the gear that we have selected. So maybe in terms of a transport style application, we maybe want this at C3. Again, this depends on what we're maybe pulling behind the tractor, obviously. So now with this function turned on, which we can see here as an on or off value within the menu, we can now auto shift to gear C3 once we come to a standstill at a junction, for example. We also then mentioned our aggressivity of our forward and reverse shuttle. So annotated here by the wheel and the plus and the minus on the bottom of the screen, we can see that we can change how aggressive it is to change from into the forward direction shown by here or into the reverse direction shown by here. And for each direction we can increase that to +4 in being more aggressive or -4 being more soft. Again, dialing that into you as an operator's preference. So maybe, for example, if we think about a heavy mounted implement, like a large 5 or 6 furrow plow, for example, we'll maybe want to turn that down to -3 in each direction, so that when we are changing from forward to reverse, we're getting less aggressive weight transfer across the machine. So, thank you for watching, everyone. Please feel free to check out some of the other videos in relation to your own machine, and for any further information, don't hesitate to contact your local dealer.